Yo, what's up, YouTube? My name is Chisha Zed. I'm back in here with another video for you. Man, you know how it goes. Peace, positivity, self-awareness, and motivation. Let's get it. Guys, today I've got a very important topic I want to address. Listen, you can't miss today's video. Watch to the very end. Real quick, before I get into it, I need you to hit that like button down below. Show your boys some love. Get this channel pushed and save a simp's life, man. Somebody needs this video. Real talk. So, guys, today I'm going to be talking about the fall of the alpha male. Throughout the past few years, we've seen a lot of men fall, right? I've talked about it a lot on my channel. And of course, I'm talking about when it comes to dating, relationships, men who at one point were seen and viewed as alpha turned beta. Men who at one point had options beyond the world's imagination now are simps. And guys, there is no better person who can represent what I'm talking about right now like Will Smith, which is why I'm going to use him as a reference when I talk about a lot of the points that I want to make in this video. So how does it happen? How does a man go from having all the options you can imagine, right? At one point, man, when Will Smith was in his height and fame, when he was ascending to greatness, he was somebody who I think in general we would all view as alpha. And not only in relations to women, this guy was a go-getter in life in general, right? In his professional life, he was alpha. And also in his dating life, he was somebody who we perceived as someone who had options. You know, you had movies like Hitch, and other movies where he portrayed himself as such. He was the ladies' man. But somewhere down the line, Will Smith made decisions that got him in the place he's at right now. And right now, we don't see Will as an alpha male, right? We see him as a beta. We see him as a simp. We don't see him as the leader in his relationship. We see his wife, Jada, in their marriage, open marriage, entanglement, polyamorous relationship, whatever they got going on, man. It's not looking good for Will Smith. How do men go from alpha to beta, right? How does it happen? The one thing that men don't realize about modern day women today is that modern women today have changed their mating strategy, their game, right? Mating strategy, game, all the same. Women today have changed their approach to men, the way they vet and select completely, right? Women today have way more options than they did in the past. Now, you could give that credit to advancements in technology, but we also have to remember that female empowerment plays a big role in this specific change. So, for example, man, I was on a podcast recently. I was on Lapeef podcast, and I remember a question on there that I was asked because I said, hey, I don't open doors for women. I said, I don't open doors for women unless if a woman earns it. In fact, I told him that most things I don't do for women, right? And I'm talking about the gentleman things that you're expected to do still expected to do in this modern day. I said, I don't do until I see that woman deserves it, right? She has to earn that good treatment. And a lot of people have a problem with that. A lot of people had a problem with that on that podcast. Now, I'm not here to talk bad about my experience at all on that podcast. I enjoyed it. I want to go back. Lapeef is awesome. JR, the whole crew, the best. But I want to talk about their response to my stance in not opening doors until I feel like a woman deserves to have a door open for her once in a while, right? What was said on that podcast was, hey, you shouldn't allow a woman to change who you truly are. And right there, guys, lies the problem. In a day where women have changed their mating strategy, how they select men, their options have increased. You as a man are still expected to not change who you are to adjust to the current dating market. In other words, men who refuse to adjust to women's change, because women have changed, right? They've changed their dating strategies, their mating strategies, their game. Men who refuse to switch up their game and adjust accordingly will end up like Will Smith. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. The problem with a lot of men today is they're still using old type of game to attract modern women. It doesn't work. It won't work. You got to switch it up. You've got to take the RP. That's what happened to Will Smith. In a last video, right? I've done a few videos on Will Smith, but in one of my old videos, I talked about how Will confessed in an interview with GQ magazine that he grew up in a more traditional home, right? Where he believed in conventional marriage. That's what he wanted. But Jada did not. So he still decided to get married to her for some whatever reason. Maybe it was love, right? Whatever you want to call it. But in the interview, he still expressed that he had trouble stepping outside of his marriage, even though his wife had done that multiple times. And right there, we have a man who's still tied onto old dating strategies, mating strategies, old game when dealing with the epitome of a modern woman. Now, I'm not saying you need to step out of your marriage. Please don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is he still has a traditional mindset when he's not dealing with a traditional woman. You cannot have a traditional mindset with women today. And I mean all women. Yes. And you might think, oh, there's somebody out there that's different. Maybe a little bit. But the truth is, female empowerment has infiltrated almost every single sector of modern day society. And that's how you end up like Will Smith. Is that you haven't accepted that women have changed. And you don't want to change accordingly, right? You don't want to take that RP. You still want to pull out chairs for no reason. You still want to pull out doors. You still want to show up with chocolates and candy. You want to assume that when she's dating you, she's just dating you and she doesn't have a plethora of men on her Instagram, on her dating apps, on her phone, hitting her up at every time. You're not willing to adjust to the current dating market, and that will F you over. And that could easily get a man like Will Smith, who at one point was killing it because he was young and he wasn't in a committed relationship. But where it really gets messy is when you decide to commit to a modern woman. Sustenance, being able to maintain a relationship, maintain respect, maintain your masculine frame, your alpha with the woman in a relationship is where your true test will truly come. And with a lot of guys out here, man, they have not made that switch. A lot of the guys out here that you see who are failing in their relationships, especially if they look like they should be doing better, like Will Smith, Dwayne Wade, and you're wondering, why are you letting this woman run your life? Why are you letting her disrespect you? Well, because they still have this old idea, blue pill way of looking at women and life in general. They have not taken the RP. And that's how alpha men fall. And guys don't want to make that change. They don't want to adjust their life, right? Because they feel like, oh, I'm changing who I truly am. If I'm a guy who shows up with chocolates and flowers and I want to be this traditional guy to this modern woman, then I should be this guy. I shouldn't let her change who I truly am. Well, men change who they truly are for women all the time. This is just adjusting to the current dating market. Don't forget, you getting a better job, making more money, encouraging men to go out and work out, right? To not be fat and get in shape. All those are ways you are changing yourself to attract more women. See, no one has a problem with that. But when I say something that's borderline morally questionable, like I'm not going to open doors until she accepts it, we're so blue pill minded, right? To think that we have to cater to women, that it just does something within us. See, that's that blue pill, beta male, conditioned male within you that just, oh, your red flags go on. It's wrong. I shouldn't treat her that way. No, you should. What you have to understand, and this is so important, is that women are no longer conditioned to be ladies, right? Feminine women, ladies. That's who you open a door for. That's who you pull out chairs for. These women are not conditioned to be that. Women are conditioned to challenge your masculinity. You see, in the past, you could open a door for a woman. You could pull out chairs. You could show out with chocolates and flowers. Why? Because we relied on conditioning. Monogamy was the norm, not the polyamory thing that Will Smith is dealing with his wife. So most women you run into, you could say, you know what? If I open this door for this woman, if I treat her like a lady, then she'll appreciate it. But now, that's not the case. Now we could no longer rely on conditioning, and we had to adjust our dating strategy as men. So it's based in female nature, something that women can't change. And if you don't realize that the only way to win today is to change your perspective and not assume that like every woman you meet is some beautiful angel, and you realize like, I have to approach this thing from understanding female nature, then you will lose. You will end up like Will Smith, because you can't change your nature, bro. That's where you come on top, when you understand female nature. When you understand that she's going to give into that hypergamy, the better you get as a person, the less she'll be able to resist you. This is why you must get better. You must get faster. You must focus on you. You must get stronger. Not only that, you gotta know the game. The fall of alpha men. How does it happen? Well, the majority of the times, men who fall today from greatness, right, to this man who has options, this man who looks like he's gonna just conquer, you know what I mean, when we're talking about dating and relationships. And then he disappoints us. And then he's looking dumb. And then he's made a literal meme like Will Smith, made a laughing stock, right? He does not understand female nature. He does not understand that he must focus on himself. He doesn't understand that women have changed their mating strategy. And if you do not adjust accordingly, you will end up just like that. So now you might be asking, well, should I change myself for a woman? Well, when I say change yourself, I'm not talking about like wearing your hair a certain way just because a woman wants you to switch it up. No. I'm talking about your dating and mating strategy, your game. Yes, you should adjust it accordingly, period. Hey guys, my name is Shisha Zed. I appreciate you checking out this video. If you enjoyed the content, do me a favor, hit that like button if you didn't hit it earlier. Guys, I'm doing more like RP stuff. You know, I'm delving deeper into that. I hope you guys appreciate it. Let me know. Give me some feedback. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
I'm a walking Liberty Bell. Freedom ring through my stride. Freedom to be inside and be a slave to my pride and ride away to scream. Man, this love's so serene. I should probably shake it up just a little bit.